I'm gonna give it like 1 or 2 more shots on that trick before I don't know if I'll do Dusk tonight. I'll see how I feel when I'm tired of this game. I might just want to do a longer stream of this actually than playing Dusk.
Welcome to City 17. You have chosen or been...
This must be a mistake. I got a standard relocation coupon just like every...
Why won't you bind something on start run? Just so I don't accidentally hit it at some point. Like, I mean, it would be hard for me to lose time from that, but it's just like, why risk it when it's just a open the console and hit up on the thing. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
About that beer I owed you. It's me, Gordon, Barney from Black Mesa. Hey, sorry for the scare. I had to put on a show for the cameras. I've been working undercover with civil protection. I can't take too long or they'll get suspicious. I'm way behind on my beating quota.
Yes, Barney, what is it? I'm in the middle of a critical test.
Sorry, Doc, but look who's here.
Great Scott! Gordon Freeman! I expected more warning.
Yeah, you and me both, Doc. He was about to board the express to Nova Prospect.
Well, Barney, what do you intend?
I'm thinking.
Alex is around here somewhere. She would have a better idea how to get him here.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I have binds right next to backspace, so like that could actually mess with me. I just don't like. I have one for Half-Life 1 and it worked fine, so like I don't have a reason to not have one, but I also don't really have a reason to have one.
You're gonna have to make your own way to Dr.
So I haven't really bothered thinking about it.
Oh man, that's what I was afraid of. Get in here, Gordon, before you blow my cover.
Like in case I forget to put the the portals open all thing for Red Letter Day skip and beyond. I have a bind for that that's on equals, which is literally right next to the backspace on my keyboard, which I'll hit that in the middle of a run sometimes. In the middle of, like right before I do the BBT. So I could accidentally hit it there somehow. I have like shit all over my keyboard. In Half-Life 1, I have like literally like the entire left side of my keyboard mapped out. It's kind of absurd. Like I have no room for new binds pretty much. Thank you for host Vappy. I thought of your name the other day. I don't know why. It's been like months since I've seen you anywhere. I don't know when that came up in my brain, but it certainly did. This is what you call the Matrix. It's a simulation, and that's further proof of it. I am an enigma. Aren't we all? What were you streaming? Why did I drink that coffee? Oh god. I was like 4 hours old.
Dr. Freeman, I presume.
Valorant? I haven't even thought about touching that.
The Combine can be
I am so disconnected from like online stuff at this point.
Dr. Kleiner said you'd become
Like I couldn't even think about getting into an online game. Like that stresses me out. Like they I don't know why they genuinely stress me out. Like at this point, like a game like CS or Valorant, playing those is like genuinely too much for me. There we go. I mean, I've been speedrunning for 5 years, so I guess I'm just not used to playing online games as much. Because, like, what? I have, like, since getting into speedrunning, probably, like, 200, 300 hours on TF2 at most. Same with Dota. Probably about as much, maybe a bit more. And CS a couple
Black
hundred.
Mesa? Your old administrator. Don't get my dad started on Dr. Breen. Through here.
Yeah, I haven't played Dota in a while. I have thought about fucking around with Dota for fun. Because, like, the new patch looks super chaotic and, like, nothing makes sense. And those are the best kind of patches because no one knows how to do anything. And that's the kind of Dota I really want to be playing, is the Dota where no one knows how to do anything. Which is pretty much all Dota, but... I'd argue no one ever actually learns how to do things. They just have, like, a better ability to pretend like they know what they're doing for at least part of the game before they show their cracks and prove to the world that they have no clue what anything is going on. And that's the thing, is that no one ever has a clue until you get to, like, the tippity top of the game, and then I think you start to barely understand it. Again, it all comes back to baseball at the end of the day, because it just doesn't fucking make sense. I just don't understand it. And also, how's it going, Rith? Current meta is bad. I mean, do people do metas at 3K MMR? That's where I'm at. Or that's where I was 5 years ago, let me say. I don't know what that means anymore. In fact, it doesn't mean anything, because I don't know, what is that fucking... Herald something? I don't even know. Like, I've played maybe like 10 games since they introduced the new ranking system, so... I just know, like, it's like ancient and then divine. And there's like a legend below that. I was probably like either like a high, like a legend 5 or whatever, or like whatever below that is. 3K is, okay, then yeah, that's where I was. It's a good run so far. I've also grown up a considerable amount since I played online games, and part of me doesn't want to go back to remembering how the fuck I was a few years ago. That's a yikes. "15-year-old TF2 playing Alex." That's a yikes. You don't want to fuck with that. That is not someone you want to get too close to. It's 2015 me. Where's my time save on this PB? What do you mean? What is the already? How does that go with that? I'm confused. But my main time save this PB is pretty much everywhere. The main places you'll see it happen are from Eli to prison is, I think, my biggest chunk of time save. Pretty much everywhere in that stretch I can save time. But once prison starts, my prison's pretty good, and my City 17 has a good amount of time save on it too, though. I would like to say that I have Boatless time save, but I actually have to play really well in order to be ahead after Boatless. Like 6 hours a day, damn. I mean, if you're enjoying a grind, especially right now, if you has the time to have the time. So, if I was into some online game, I'd be playing it 6 hours a day. I mean, look at how long I've been streaming, and I practiced this game for like an hour earlier today, so. I played this game like, what, probably 6 hours today as well. Stuck on there. Yeah, like a good coast, I think alone can save like 30 seconds. I want to say. It's quite a lot. Oops. Okay, now we set up. I don't think this will work. It did. That's exciting. I still love how we can just do this. I think it's absolutely the greatest thing that we can just do that. Nice. Not bad at all. Could have been a faster setup and all that, but I will not complain about like one reload, I think. Maybe two. Very good. I'm very happy with that. That was fantastic. Nice. Bruh. No. Okay. Still good. Still fantastic. Not quite fantastic anymore. I won't call this very fantastic, but we can still not lose too much time. There we go. Nice. And I didn't have to get any the HP there. If I can do this quickly, this will be a water hazard PB. Well, good start. There we go. Yep, that's a big water hazard PB. That is 2.5 minutes off the record. Pog. Oh, this is the sickest shit ever.
I've got something. Okay, it's human.
I love that so much.
Take it easy in there. You're safe now. You'll have to forgive the scanning process. We can't take any chances. Dr. Freeman? Gordon Freeman? Is that you? You've made it here this quickly.
It's like I saw I was up there and I just had to like take the opportunity.
I'm Dr. Mossman, Dr. Judith Mossman. I've been hearing about you since long before the Black Mesa incident. Oh, Black Mesa. I do so envy you working with Eli and Dr. Kleiner when they were at the top of their field. Ah, there we go. You can come through now. I'll take you down to Eli right away. He would never forgive me if I kept you waiting.
Oh man, this is gonna be a legendary run.
We could certainly use the extra help around here. We've covered a lot of ground.
I'm not gonna call it a PB yet, but if this this split goes well, then we're gonna be like over a minute ahead going into town. We're gonna be like 2 minutes ahead coming out of town. Like this could be ridiculous.
Eli thinks their portals are string.
This could be like a ridiculous pace. I'm not gonna say it's gonna PB or anything because we're only 20 minutes into the run.
They can tunnel through from their universe, but once they're here, they're dependent on local transportation. If they knew what we were doing with entanglement.
Thank you, Toki. Thanks for hanging out so late. Sleep well.
Listen to me. I sound like a postdoc.
Y'all crazy Euros still
I'm
up.
just so excited
Appreciate y'all.
Finally have the chance to work together.
Absolute legends.
Where was I? Oh, yes. Dr. Kleiner compressed the Zen relay far beyond anything.
Fine scientist, Judith. She was up.
If you need to head to bed, no problem, brains.
You edged her out with your Innsbruck experience.
Oh, here's Eli now.
All right, good. You keep right up.
Eli, look who I found in the airlock.
Gordon Freeman. Let me get a look at you, man. My God, you haven't changed one iota. How do you do it?
Oh, Gordon. The Vortigaunt said you were here.
Okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom one more time just because, just in case. Just in case, you know, you never know.
This long to get
I guess
back
you
to
proved
me.
you can handle yourself
Welcome
out
to
there.
the lab anyway. Nothing not Black Mesa handle, but it served us well enough. Possible
It's going to be a lot more like Black Mesa with Gordon here.
Right you are. MIT graduates are few and far between these days. We'll get you out of that hazard suit and back into your lab coat where you belong.
Let me just finish up some work and I'll see what I can dig up. Dr. Freeman, it's been a real honor.
Take a look at
I'm
this,
looking
Gordon.
forward to working together.
Feel free to look around.
Oh my god, we even got that teleport. What's going on?
The Vortiguns relieved me so I could come see Gordon. Anyway, I should be in here working on the portal.
What is
I
going
have the
on?
affairs well in hand. Someone misjudged the capacity of the Combine thyristor.
Are you blaming me?
No, not at all. It was a calculation error, not a mechanical problem.
Then maybe you should let me do the calculations next time as well as installing it.
Alex, really? Sometimes I think you deliberately misunderstand me.
Alex, why don't you take Gordon along and give him some practice with the gravity gun?
Sure. Come on, Gordon. Let's go have some fun.
The zero-point energy field manipulator is not a toy, Alex.
About that.
Let's get out of here.
Fortunately, I'm about 1 minute and 8 seconds away from that.
So I see you've met Dr. Moss.
I also, if I could get
She's
that
wondering why I
without
spend so much time
Citadel
outside.
2 skip, I'd be an absolute legend. Like, that would be ridiculous.
Sorry, I shouldn't talk behind her back. It just gets a bit claustrophobic down here. That's the old passage to Ravenholm. We don't go there anymore.
Damn, the one teleport I don't get. I can't complain. This is only a few seconds off gold. So, by the end of the next map, I'll be 1 minute ahead. I am 1 minute ahead already, jeez. Into the water. There we go.
Vital signs critical.
Hmm?
Morphine.
Come on. There we go. I need to take a bit more time to throw the grenade there so I don't lose time like that. By not setting up the angle properly. It's just a silly way to lose time. Bro, how did I take fall damage twice? I'm gay. What the fuck? Oh no.
Major fracture detected.
I didn't sprint. I'm gonna cry. That barrel.
Hello, Dr. Freeman. The car's all ready for you.
Major
Hop in and I'll lower you down to the beach.
Hmm? Hmm? There we go. If I just do make Tim Allen noises, I think I'll get every trick. And that's the secret.
medical attention.
Oh. Who likes backups? I like backups. I got backups on backups.
You there! You idiot! Walking on the sand brings antlions after you!
Oh. What? Well, I can't even remember what happened. I genuinely, like, I barely processed what happened there. The fuck was that? I cannot believe this map was as quick as it was. Holy shit. That was the weirdest strat you will ever see on that map. I don't know what the fuck that was. this map goes perfectly, which like never happens. Yeah, it's a shame that I'm doing no void clip, because void clipping is my favorite thing to do. I love void clips, they're so fun. There we go. Those S-taps were sexy. Please someone mention how sexy those S-taps were. That wasn't very good. I don't know why this is so hard for me. I need to practice this specific jump. God, I wish you guys could hear the music I was listening to, because this has been like the perfect fucking music for this run. Like for my mentality. It's just been like, I don't know what it's been. It seems like it's like some techno compilation or something. Because it's just been like down tempo techno sort of stuff, and it's been very nice for focusing on this. It's always the side that you don't try first. Yo, thanks, Haggerald. Shoot a wall twice, you're pre-recorded. This is what void clips are like. Except that one wasn't a void clip because I was going through inbounds. Or not inbounds, I was going through a clip brush instead of going through the void. So it's not a void clip. That would have been very sad. Those were 2 wall shots. Alright, we got a bit of a break here. So if anyone has any questions about what's going on, why certain things are working the way they are, or just wants to ask me about my hair that you can't see, feel free to. Yo, okay, I did clip down. If I didn't clip down because that thing was too slightly above me, that would have been pretty funny. Perfect. Nice and quick. How's your hair? It's alright. I'm in a bun right now. Keep it out of my face so I can game. I have a clue what's going on. And there's a lot of complicated stuff in this game nowadays. So we'll start by explaining this current trick, I suppose. There we go. So what's going on with this trick is that when we didn't void clip, excuse me, when we brush clipped through that wall, we were able to activate this turret because we were like inside of that turret box. So we were able to activate the turret, and you can activate this turret through the glass right here for some reason. So what this does is it starts the combat sequence of this map where you're supposed to basically hold off Combine soldiers. And the way that it works is that 3 will spawn from right there. We killed 2 of them, but we kept the 3rd one alive because the rest of the Combine won't actually spawn until we kill all 3 of them. Now, another part of this is that we put that piece of debris right on that console. And the reason we do that is because it will block Mossman's movement. She basically sees something that's in her way from being able to do what she wants to do with the console, and her reaction is to just stand there and stare blankly at it until it goes away. The reason we want her to wait is because she will, when she hits the buttons, call the elevator back down for us to get back into it, but we need to wait for the elevator to get to the top of this lift before she does that, or else she won't do anything. It'll just go to the top and stay up there. Another thing you're probably wondering is why am I not taking any damage? Earlier in the run we do a trick called Quick Clip. One of the byproducts of it is that it deletes your player model in such a way that you cannot take damage from bullets. You can only take damage from explosives and environmental hazards. So we basically are just trying to keep this boy alive so he doesn't kill Eli, which will disrupt the cutscene. He can't kill Mossman. Mossman's invincible, but Eli, as you saw earlier, could very easily die. And one of the other effects of that trick that gets rid of our model is that basically the way that it works is that the game thinks that we have 2 different hitboxes in this game. One of them thinks that we are a player, which is what we currently are, which is the Quake hitbox, and then the other Havoc hitbox, which deals with prop collision and stuff. The game still thinks that we are in an airboat because when you touch a barnacle, it does not update your Havoc hitbox, but it updates your Quake hitbox. See? You see how it works? I don't either. I don't understand anything. I'm pretending to for you guys, but basically, we fast. And we can clip through walls, which is great for skipping cutscenes. So that is how we can make Prison 08. That is about a 4-minute time save, I want to say. Maybe a little bit less. And now what we want to do is we want to hope and pray that this thing goes into a nice spot on the wall for us to clip with it. Which is pretty much completely RNG.
My God. My God. But where's Dr. Kleiner?
There we go. So we're going to lose a bit of time here. I don't want that. So sometimes that'll just happen. You'll lose some time there. It's no big deal. Okay, that was okay. So we have a good amount of time save on this City 17, so I could make this run pretty spectacular if I continue to play really well. So City 17 on the newer, quote-unquote newer, the Quick Clip related route compared to when this game did not have the Quick Clip. This part of the game has a lot of fun movement and a lot of fun unique sort of it's kind of sort of combining the glitchiness of Prison with all the clipping with the fun movement from like other parts of the run. Because I think Prison is kind of lacking in terms of movement, but this part of the game always has a good fun movement to mess around with. Nice, gold. Rain or trans split.
It is you, isn't it? Hey, give me a minute. I'm gonna plant some charges and blow this open.
Skip, yeah. The great part about how Quick Clip works is basically when you walk into a prop, the game will basically drag your hitbox through the floor directly downward. So if you want to get to the room below you, for instance right here, we want to get to right below us, we can place a box right here, and if we stand on the box, our hitbox will slowly go down, which is why you see my UPS start going up when I stand still on the box. It's just for some reason going down is how Source likes to do things. Okay, I can save like 20 seconds on this map if I play super well. Let's do that. Tell me about it. There we go. That took forever. That tire clip is pretty tight. So here, what we're gonna do to get to the top of this map really quickly is we're gonna use 3 of these grenades to boost ourselves to the top of the map. This allows us to skip climbing all around.
Dr. Freeman, Barney said you were on the way.
You know, this game is really a complicated mess when it comes to how they were able to make everything work. Because I mean, the stuff that this game was doing wasn't really being done before, so they had to do things in a really weird way in order to make it work. And then we got the insane speedrun that we got in the last couple of years. We had like a huge renaissance for this run. Okay, I'll take that. As long as I do not lose too much time.
Make no mistake.
Good box. Yes. When were you running this game? Because when we found Clip in, I believe it was, I want to say it was like December. I think it was like a Christmas gift for us. 2014. Oh, so like the Goknak era, or like right after Goknak stopped running? That is annoying. Oh my god, this is so slow. Alright, big PB potential. It wasn't exactly a Half-Life 1 movement, but there was forward bunny hopping. And they tried to make it so that if you went too fast, the game would push you backwards to try to prevent forward bunny hopping, but instead they just made backwards, and which is far more powerful because it's exponential in terms of how fast you get your speed instead of it being a little bit more linear. It still was, I think it was still technically exponential under old engine, but the coefficient is much smaller. No, the power would be much smaller, I guess. I don't know, like a multiplier to the power, I don't know. Oh man, this was 2009? No, this was 2007 because this would have been for Portal and Episode 2. And they would have first implemented this. They had no idea how anything worked back then. They still don't know how anything works today. No one knows how anything works. That's the moral of the speedrun. Oops, that's me punching my microphone. Sorry guys, I hope that didn't hurt too much. So some of the devs have recently seen this run. They saw Wayzone's 50 flat run. It's an IGN YouTube video. I'd recommend watching it if you want to see that. The craziest part about that video was the second time, like we're gonna do the no clip glitch we did earlier a little bit later in the run, and when it happens in the video, they have like a pretty good idea of how it happens, and they're pretty much spot on with how it works, which is incredible. The fact that they made this game 16 years prior and they're still like they are still knowledgeable enough and smart enough about it that they can still like they can just quickly like, oh, I see, I think I understand what's happening. Just thought that was utterly incredible. They just saw no clip come out of nowhere and they're like, oh, that's with the vehicle, that's why. Yeah, but like they would have to remember these sort of details, like being in vehicles makes you have no clip. And then they would need to remember that on the spot when they might not have, you know, like worked on anything related to those vehicles in a decade.
So this
I really fricked up my movement there. Oh man, that movement was such a disaster. It took me so long to pull out my gravity gun, and I was like freaking out. Hello?
your mentors are of course, my disappointment in Eli Vance and Isaac Kleiner is far greater than my sorrow for unfortunate choice of a career.
Nice.
Scenes of iconoclasm they blended when you were young, Dr. Freeman, if you can. While they certainly
Oops.
I thought not. I have laid the foundation for humanity.
Whew, first try, let's go. Whew. Wow, I am getting a 54. That is insane. I should be getting a 54, that is. I don't know how I could possibly fuck this up, but you never know. I'm gonna go get water while this cutscene starts playing. Okay. No, I gotta use the bathroom actually. Fuck it. I'm just gonna leave you guys forever. I don't need to be here for any of this.
I'll take him from here.
I'm glad that
Don't
I'd made it worth
struggle,
your
it's
time
no
instead of throwing
use.
at the end.
Until you're where he wants you, there's nothing you can do. I'm sorry.
Isn't it like kind of lame that you kind of figure out what time you get like 7 minutes before the run actually ends? Like we've known that this run was gonna be at 54 for 2 minutes now. There's like no excitement in actually getting the time. Where like when you kill Nihilanth in Half-Life 1, there's no guarantee until you see the blue lightning that you will kill the Nihilanth. Unless you're like super high above it, in which case you're not doing the optimal Nihilanth strat. So let's just ignore you entirely. Like when you finish a Half-Life 1 run, you see that blue lightning, you see that timer finish, and you just feel like, oh my god, I did not throw Nihilanth. I'm not pulling him, Alex. I'm not pulling a dot.
What's this? I'll put it over there.
In this game, it's just like, make sure you save load.
First, you lead me straight to the doorstep of my oldest friend. Then you deliver yourself.
Let me mute my music real quick.
Hunting you in the first place. Having both of you in my keeping ensures I can dictate the terms of any bargain I care to make with a Combine.
Dr. Breen.
Huh.
Wallace.
Yes, Judith, what is it?
The bargain we should be making is for Eli's life so he can continue his research.
Man, this is a
Thanks
great
to
run.
you, we have
I'm
everything
really
we
happy
need
with
in
this.
that
I was
regard.
able to...
You're
I wasn't
more
able
than
to save that
qualified
much
to
time
finish his
after
research yourself. What neither
or after
you
that
nor I
pound,
can
but
do
the
is
fact that I was able to
convince
pretty
that
much maintain my pace
rabble
throughout
in
the entirety
streets
of
to
the
give up
rest of the
their
game
senseless struggle.
is good.
Yet Eli
I will have a
refuses
lot
to
of time
speak the
saved in
words
my
that
late game
would
though.
save them
Overall,
all.
like
Save
this
what?
was a pretty sloppy end game.
Eli, if you won't do the right thing for the good of all people, maybe
Like I have a lot of
vote
time save
for one
on
of
pretty much everything after
Alex, I need.
Sand Traps, I would say.
Gordon?
God damn you, Breen, you
Maybe
let
not
it
Anti-Citizen
go.
1. That
Yes,
one I
well,
don't have
you,
that
my
much, but I
old
still have a good amount.
Will you let your stubborn short-sightedness doom the entire species, or will you give your child the chance her mother never had?
How dare you even mention her?
Alex, my dear, you have your mother's eyes, but your father's stubborn nature.
You haven't seen a bit of it yet.
Really? Well, let's see how well it serves you on the far side of a combined portal.
Go ahead, Bree. If that's the worst you can do, send us both through your portal.
Oh, it's hardly the worst.
So this means I only need about 2 more minutes. No, I need 3 more minutes of PB in order to learn Citadel 02 skip, and then I'll be going for sub 50s. But I need a PB by 3 minutes first
And this one
in
has
order to get a
proven to be
51.
fine pawn for those who control him.
No!
Don't listen to him, Gordon.
How about it, Dr. Freeman? Did you realize your contract was open to the highest bidder?
Gordon would never make any kind of deal with you.
I understand if you don't wish to discuss this in front of your friends. I'll send them on their way, and then we can talk openly.
Don't struggle, honey.
Dad, I'm so sorry.
Alex, sweetheart.
Judith, what do you think you're doing?
We're doing what I could never do alone. We're stopping you.
Yes.
Guards, get in here. They know you betrayed them. They'll turn on you. Judith, Dr. Moss.
All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Can I save load the correct number of times at the correct frequency? Do you guys think I can do it? Do you guys believe?
Dad, hang on.
You fool.
Watch out, he's gonna...
Seems hard. Yeah. Easy peasy. Hello? There we go. You pretty much can't save or lose time on this map. I don't know how it works on the timer, because sometimes the game will just end faster. But hey, we got a 54. I'm shocked I got this so quickly.
Come on, Gordon. Let's go. Come on, Gordon. We've got to get out of here.
Oh, I'm losing
Maybe we
time.
still have...
That's so sad. Why does that happen?
Time.
When you're in a vehicle, you have no clip, and we deleted the vehicle before we got out of it. So we were getting out of it, but we did not fully get out of it before we deleted it. Before Breen deleted it. Breen deletes it with the gravity gun when he shoots it. Yeah, this run was something else. I was not expecting this to actually PB, but I'm really happy it did. I just want to go say hi to Alex. There we are.
We haven't known each other
There
very
we are.
long, but I know you didn't.
Yeah,
have
that's
to
now
do
top
this.
4. That beats Deathwing's
I
time
had
by
to
like 30
rescue my
seconds.
father, but you... Well, thanks for coming after me.
Oh my god, she's going
Hey,
crazy.
listen. That's him.
Hey, listen.
I do apologize.
Yes,
for
the,
what must seem to you an arbitrary
pod is considered a
imposition,
vehicle.
Dr. Freeman. I trust it will all
Thank you for the
make sense
GGs,
to you
everybody.
in the course of
I'm gonna be playing out the credits, and then I'm gonna be
really
finding someone to
not
host.
at
So
liberty to say.
thank you all for
In the
watching
meantime,
this run.
This is where I
Ghosting mod's
belong.
weird. I don't know why the face is like that. But yeah, if you're seeing this on YouTube, thank you for watching the full run. If you're seeing this on Twitch, thank you for watching right now. I'll come back and do this more tomorrow, most likely. So I'm just gonna let the credits play, and I'm gonna shut up for a bit. So afterwards, I'll find someone to host. So if you want to leave now, feel free to do whatever you need to. But yeah, that's it for me today. Have a good night, everybody. This song is especially a banger. I love this one. I'm gonna take a look at the splits before I host someone. If anyone wants to ask me anything or whatever, feel free while I do that. Just so I can see where some time save is. So I'm like a minute away from top 3. Need to save another minute for that, which I can definitely do. So I'm gonna have to start actually grinding pretty hard, I think, to get some GBs. This one's gonna be hard to beat.